thread came across my timeline recently, and well, how recently? A couple weeks ago. About. Anyways, it was talking about, or it was talking on the subject of shoutouts between one creator to another. And, well, I kind of like the guy's perspectives. I haven't fully gone through the thread. The beginning of it caught my attention, and I wanted to go through the rest with all you guys. See what you guys think. So, Mummy Mortem put out a thread. He's been around for a bit. I don't remember exactly how long. But overall, I think he's a pretty nice guy. Let's see what he has to say. Mummy's random thoughts, number, I don't know. Topic is shoutouts. I have no idea how I'm going to avoid problematic words for the algorithm in this one, so I just won't. This is why a retweet is even more appreciated than usual. I want to start this off by saying that the act of shouting someone out is very kind, and I appreciate it a lot, no matter the size. I'm going to talk about Twitch shoutouts first, and then the Twitter ones. Yeah, and I have my own sort of perspectives. What's this about? This is just about, like, shoutouts in general between one creator to another kind of thing. With that being said, here's the statement. I don't think shoutouts do much. Personally, I kind of agree. It's a very kind gesture, don't get me wrong, but a lot of the time, at least in my experience, it doesn't necessarily lead to people following you, checking you out. Most of the time, it is also just like a quick, hey, go check out this person, and doesn't just talking about shoutouts in general. Yeah, pretty much. And a lot of the time it doesn't necessarily lead to more or lead to particular growth. Personally, I think the best way for shoutouts to function is to give the people you're shouting at, or like give some context of who you're shouting out. For my example, I guess Mummy Mortem, he does random threads like this. He also does streaming on Twitch. I know he does gaming streams, I think. But personally, I prefer shout out via like showing off their kind of content kind of thing. But I'm not gonna pull up a stream right now. I'm more focused on his thoughts here. He continues, I am very lucky and grateful that I regularly get shouted out by channels of all sizes. Some have 3 viewers, some have 700 plus. For my experience, I get about 0.5 follows from a shoutout. Most of the time, no one follows. Occasionally, one person follows, and rarely 2+ people follow me after I get a shoutout. The maximum amount of followers I have gotten from a single shoutout was 5. Now, actually, how big is he? I forget. So I guess I am pulling up his Twitch. Come on. 3.8 thousand. Nice. He's doing well. But yeah, shoutouts tend to not bring over a whole lot of people, especially if it's somebody that's getting shouted out regularly. What is more effective is like collaborations. At least that's my opinion, I think. Those are way better at showing off at helping your audience get to know this new creator, give them incentive to go check it out. Wait, what's wrong with Mummy Mortem? Well, I do know some previous controversy about him, but I wasn't planning on getting into it with this video. I also want to say that even a single follow is a total win, which is why I'm so grateful for anyone who shouts me out. Shoutout doesn't work if you have different content / personality than the people you are shouting out. Yeah, like there's a big reason why raids are not necessarily effective. There's a handful of people that will stick around after like a Twitch raid, but largely it's damn near impossible to tell if your audience will vibe with the content you're about to leave them with, because a lot of them are there for specific reasons, one thing or another, with you being the common denominator. What's your experience with this? Do you have similar results? Personally, yeah, actually. I do have some channels on Twitch that do shout me out when I pop up in chat, which I appreciate. Don't get me wrong, but I haven't streamed on Twitch in almost a year now, or like 3/4 of a year now. So shouting me out on Twitch doesn't really do anything. My main channel is over on YouTube. From what I can tell, it is also way more effective if the streamer is taking a few seconds to talk about you instead of saying, "Mods, can you give him a shout out?" Or "Can you shout him out?" Which, yeah, if you don't give people an incentive, at least some kind of incentive, like, hey, this is this person's content, you're not gonna really draw people over to their content. That's part of why I like doing shoutouts by doing the interviews. I want to get back into those. Those were fun. But basically, I would get different VTubers on stream and then talk to them for a while, asking questions I had laid out and just seeing where the conversation went. I don't think with a whole lot of them that those interviews specifically got a bunch of people to check them out. In one case, that was true because it got picked up in the algorithm. But largely, I think a big part actually was that the interviews were like my only content, and those didn't get pushed out very much because I wasn't interviewing like super big names or anything. But now that I have other content like getting pushed out into the algorithm, I think if I went back to, or when I do get back into doing interviews, that they'll start actually doing a bit better than, some of them hitting not even 10 views, which is sad for me. I want people to check out the people I'm interviewing. I interview the pretty cool people, as long as it's in the I Spy with my little eye playlist. If it's an interview outside of that, it's largely not going to be the greatest. Okay, continuing on. So if you like to shout people out, then try talking about them for a few seconds. Of course, not too long to take away from your own content. Let's move on to shoutouts on Twitter. My experience, it just doesn't work. I would definitely agree. It is so fucking hard to pull people from one platform to another. So like at most with shoutouts on Twitter, you might get more Twitter followers, but that doesn't mean people are going to be checking out your streams. It doesn't mean that they're going to be checking out your other content, whatever the hell you end up making. They're just going to follow you on Twitter and maybe sometimes like a tweet of yours. Often though, most people that follow you don't engage with every single piece of content you put out there. That's just kind of how it works. Continues on, it's already difficult enough to promote your own content on here. So talking about someone else's content with a call to action is just rarely ever do anything. So I think that it depends. Like, you could, if you're making a tweet about somebody's video and saying like, hey, this video is actually really well done, that can potentially get people to go over, especially if it's regarding like a trending topic or something. Most people doesn't have huge enough following to make a difference. Yeah, like it's only a handful of people that. What was that note? I missed that notification. Shit. It's only a handful of people, like a fraction of the people will be. What's it? Will actually move the platform over. Like, hell, I have. Boop-a-doo. Aw, man, just one over the funny number. One over the funny number. But yeah, I have more followers on Twitter, and the majority of the followers on Twitter don't watch my YouTube. They just kind of like the shit posts I did. Maybe they followed for the hentai I used to post. It's now on a different account. Some people like the politics, but the majority of them don't actually watch my videos, at least as far as I'm aware. I only know about people that actually watch my content from them telling me. So, like, it gets wild. Some people, I have no idea. Like, there has actually been a case where there's a VTuber I've semi looked up to. I like them. They're pretty cool. They're pretty funny. I like their design. I didn't even think they'd like. I'm pretty sure we don't follow each other. But then I got a comment from them under one of my YouTube videos, and it's like, oh shit, you know who I am. That's wild. But unrelated to the topic of shouting out. Back on topic. Read that. If you want your community to follow someone, then by far the best option is to simply retweet their tweets. It's easy, simple, and effective. Part of me wonders regarding tweets, retweets, and quote tweeting. Because, yes, retweeting will push it out to your audience some more. I'm willing to bet more than a few notifications here of like, person liked the thing you retweeted, because I do a lot of retweeting of like schedules and stuff. Then there's also quote tweeting, which is like putting your own tweet on top of it, which also keeps it on the main feed. I don't know. I don't know the inner workings of Twitter like at all. Looks like he's ending up. That's already the end. Just my random thoughts about shoutouts. A retweet would be incredible. I did. Only 12 of us. Also, comment if you're having any different experiences or knowledge when it comes to this topic. Let's learn together. Thanks for reading. P.S. The thingy where it plays a clip when you shout someone out doesn't seem to change anything for me. To be fair, I only have sus clips, but yeah, would love to hear thoughts on that. Love ya. Okay, so for the PS part, with the clip that plays when shouting out, I'm inclined to believe that helps with having your audience get to know the person you're shouting out a little bit. Though there can also be problems with, maybe it does pull up like a sus clip, and well, not every clip is going to be the best. Some people even used to be flesh tubers before they became VTubers, and they kind of want to move away from their live action content. They just kind of forget those clips exist, so sometimes they're just randomly, oh yeah, you look like this. Which is kind of funny to me. There has been a case where somebody has shouted me out on Twitch. It played a clip of mine, which, what was it called? I'm pretty sure I can get it for you guys. It had to do with my cat. And yes, it's so weird when I realize I have been observed. Come on. Don't autoplay any stream. Oh, is it? No, it's not autoplaying a stream. Good. Here, it's called Gotham Meow.
What's up?
Gotham.
Meow.
But yeah, that was like when I had my camera. I would just hold up a brush because I had, at that time, I had 3 years ago, I had a channel redeem that was Gotham time. And well, that redeem was just I hold up a brush and then Gotham hopped up on my desk to get his brushies. He loves it so much. That clip was just Gotham made a meow, and then my friend made a meow in response, and then another friend made that brr sound, and it just made us all crack up, and that was a good time. But yeah, there can be clips like that that pop up with shoutouts. And personally, I do think I just want to believe that having those clips pop up is helpful, that it's funny. It helps get people, or it helps give people an idea of the creator that's actually being shouted out rather than just seeing a name. It is nice to have the face to the name with the clips, honestly. Thanks for watching. Like it if you like it, dislike if you didn't. Let me know in the comments why you think I'm wrong. Check out the community on Discord. And remember, if you can't be the sharpest tool in the shed, you can always be the hoe. Just want to take a quick second and thank all the beeps that help support this channel through the membership. So thank you, Joestar, Maxi Kitty, and JM.